Hi everyone, welcome to another video of Sunday Morning Drives. Today next to me is the Volkswagen Golf GTI. This is the Mark 8 GTI, and a Mark 8.5 facelift version should come out later this year. So today I will do a review of this car. I know I have already done a review comparing the GTI and my Type R last year. So today I will do a full review of just the GTI. So in terms of performance, this car has an inline 4 turbocharged petrol engine that produces around 240 horsepower and 370 Newton meters of torque. And it's driven by a 7-speed PDK through the front wheels. So today I will do a full review of it, show you the inside, the outside, and show you my driving impressions. Okay, let's do a quick launch. I'm not going to use launch control. Let's just go. I have always quite liked the design of the Golf. It looks quite compact, but yet quite sporty at the same time. So in the front, we have this daytime running light. And there's a light bar that runs all the way across. We have a very large and horizontal grille design in the front, but only the central section is functional. You can see there are openings to allow air inside the engine bay. There is a red GTI badge in the front. The red color is a tradition of the GTI, so there are a lot of red accents throughout the car. There is a GTI badge on the side as well. This one is different from the front one. It has a silver colored lettering. The side profile of the GTI looks quite compact, and I especially like the side skirt. It's a very nice detail that runs through from the front all the way to the back, and it actually links up to the rear diffuser. So it's a continuous shape that runs all the way across from the front all the way to the back and looks quite good. The GTI is equipped with 19-inch wheels on all 4 corners. These tires are supplied by Hankook, and they are the S1 Evo 3 tires. They are 235/35 R19s. The Golf GTI comes with quite a large single piston front caliper, brake caliper, with vented steel discs. The rear tire sizes are exactly the same as the front, and the rear comes with a smaller single piston caliper as well, with steel discs. They are vented discs as well. At the rear of the car, we have the GTI badge and the Volkswagen badge right in the center. These taillights are all LED, and they look quite nice and quite bright at night. Down here we have the twin exhaust pipes on either side of the car. There is a small Golf badge inside the rear tail light. This is actually quite a nice detail. The rear diffuser is not functional. There are no fins to direct air out from underneath the car. Opening up the hatch of the GTI. The rear boot space is actually quite decent. As you can see, I can fit my tripod in there. There are a couple of pockets over here and over here. There's a 12-volt socket on the right-hand side, and you can fold these seats down as well. There is a central hatch you can fold down to store longer items like a ski or a snowboard. And underneath here we have a spare tire and some room for you to store some smaller items. The rear seats folds down and creates a very, very flat load space. Okay, first impressions of driving. It's a very solid car, and it's a very compact and small car as well. In terms of interior, this is a great interior, great cabin to be sitting inside. Very quiet, very solid. All the design is very simple, very nice, and the quality, the build is really good. I just wish they could have given us a little bit more leather in terms of material used, in terms of like on the dash, on top of the door card, just to make this cabin a little bit more premium. But I really do like these seats though. They're really comfortable, really bolstery, and very well designed in terms of its looks. So in comfort mode, it feels really nice. It feels like a normal Golf actually. It's very quiet. The NVH in this car is very well done. And also in terms of damping, because we're in comfort mode, the damping is set to comfort, which is the softer setting of the damping. And it's just a very comfortable ride. I'm going on a back road, and the road condition is not perfect. There are up and downs, undulations, gravels, but this car in comfort mode soaks everything up and makes you feel like at ease and very comfortable sitting inside. So this car comes with 4 modes: Eco, Comfort, Sport, and Individual. I usually just leave it in Sport because I think Sport gives you a bit more throttle response and also a better sound as well. I'm going to now put this car into individual mode where I set it up to maximum attack just to see how this car handles and its performance. Let's overtake this truck. Wow, it accelerates really well. I think 240 horsepower and 370 Newton meters of torque. This is plenty for a small compact hot hatch like this. It feels just right. Not too much, not too little. The power figure is just right for this car. Braking into a corner, turning in, feels really nice. Feels quite smooth and feels very planted throughout these low speed corners. Let's give it acceleration. Wow, feels really punchy, and the throttle response is actually not bad for a turbocharged car. Once you put this into the maximum performance mode, which is the sport mode for the throttle response, it feels really good. Feels quite responsive. I guess it's because right now the gearbox is trying to keep this engine at its prime rev range to give this car the maximum torque. Let's try the manual mode. Second gear. Turning in. Whoa. You can feel the front diff doing its work, trying to manage the power at the front axle to keep this car in line and keep the traction on the front wheels. Very nice. Wow, there's even over-round pops and bangs from the back when you lift off the throttle. Oh, this is a fun little car to drive on these back roads. Turning into these corners feels really good, really fun. Just such a fun car to drive. And feels quite small, quite nimble as well because of its size and its weight. Feels very good. I wish the steering could be a little bit quicker and the turning radius for the steering could be a little bit less, so you get a quicker response in the front. Otherwise, in terms of steering, in terms of handling, this is pretty good. Very nice for a front-wheel drive car. The dual clutch gearbox is also very quick. It's a very nice gearbox. It feels very suited for the engine, for the car. It's paired up really well. It's so fast. I'm going to third, second. Give it the beans. Upshift, downshift. Super fast. The DSG from Volkswagen is just very good. The only complaint I might have for the gearbox is these pedals on the steering wheel. They are so small and they are so plasticky. They are made out of plastic and they are very thin and very, very small. Yeah, I wish they could have done a better job with the pedals just to encourage people to use this amazing gearbox manually. This car also comes loaded with safety features, front collision alert, rear collision alert, blind spot monitoring, cruise control, adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist. All that is standard for the GTI, and it's really easy to access these safety features. If you want to turn them off, there is a button right in the center. You can press it and it's really easy to access. You can dial them down or turn them off, on and off as you like, so that's really easy. Moving inside the GTI, firstly you are greeted with a very nice looking steering wheel. It's lined all in leather with red stitching and red accents and a GTI badge right in the center. It's a rounded shape with a flat bottom, so you can get in and out of the car a little bit easier. It's very nice to hold. It's on the thicker side. It's quite a thick steering wheel, but I really like the side perforation. It gives the steering wheel a bit more texture, and they are very, very nice to hold. Looking at the front passenger cabin of the GTI, it's very well designed and nicely built. In terms of material, this is soft plastic. This is hard plastic with an interesting pattern on it. As you can see, the air vent runs horizontally from one side to the other to the center. This is the infotainment screen, and down here there are a few buttons. This is for your safety assist, your parking menu, your climate control, and your drive modes. Up here, these are for your climate control. Down here, there is a Golf badge right in the center, a couple of charging ports on the top, and here there is a wireless charging port. This is a piano black gloss material with your start stop button, your park. This is the drive selector lever. I'm not a fan of this small lever, but it's really easy to use. You press your brake, push up for reverse, push down for drive, and push down again, and you go into sport mode. So it's actually quite easy to use, but I just don't quite like the shape of it. Your electric handbrake, your auto hold. There are a couple of cup holders down here. This is interesting. You press this and this pops out, so it will hold your drink in place. There is a 12 volt here. This is a multi-function steering wheel, so on the left hand side these buttons control your adaptive cruise control, and this is for your volume change. On the right hand side, these buttons actually control your driver's screen, and also this is for your track, forward and back. So basically with these buttons, on the left hand side you press that, you can change the different views on your left hand circle. You press up and down to change whatever you like to see, and press OK. And press on the right again, it goes to the right hand side circle. So you can change again whatever you like to see on your right hand side circle. And this changes the view of the driver's screen. You have a few different settings. There are 4 modes in the GTI. There's Eco, Comfort, Sport, and Individual. So in the individual mode, you can change the character of the car to your liking. You can change DCC, which is the damping, to Sport, which is firmer, to Comfort, which is softer. And it's quite nice how you can press this button once to change your different modes. So while you're driving, You don't have to touch the screen, you can just press this button to toggle through your modes, which is quite convenient. One thing I really like about the drive modes is whichever mode you are in. Say for example, right now I'm in comfort. If I switch off the engine and I start again, it will remain in the mode which I was last in. Okay, moving to the rear of the GTI. It's quite roomy actually, surprisingly, for a small car like this. I'm 175 centimeters tall. This is my sitting position in the front. So I have about a fist of knee room, quite a bit of leg room, and a fist of headroom as well. So it's actually quite decent. Behind the front seats, there are a couple of pockets over here for your smaller items. There's a larger pockets down here. In the center, there are vents for the rear passengers. This is actually very good. There is a AC control panel over here as well. There are also a couple of charging ports down here. In the center, the armrest actually folds down. There are a couple of cup holders over here. And these lights, they are touch sensitive. These seats are also quite nice. They are quite bolstery. They are made out of a fabric material. So overall, I think this car is amazing. The GTI, this badge here, has so much heritage. It still feels like it has this GTI tradition where you can drive this as a daily. It's very comfortable, it can be very practical, has 4 seats, 4 doors. And on the other hand, once you turn into sport mode or dial everything up, this becomes a very nice performance hot hatch. It has a great engine, great gearbox, nice steering, great seats, and performs so well on back roads when I was driving it. It feels really compact, very nimble, and the handling is amazing. And I really especially like the front differential. It handles these powers brilliantly and keep traction on the road. There's no torque steer, no weird stuff going on at the front wheels. It's just amazing how they tune this car. And once the damper is set to a harder setting, the sport setting, you feel the car is very planted. There's not much body roll going into corners. And once out of the corners, even if you press down the gas pedal early, it can still handle that power. There's minimal wheel spin because of the diff. Just overall a very, very good performance hot hatch. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video of the GTI. I really love this car. It's a very amazing compact performance hot hatch. So we'll be bringing you more contents like this. So if you haven't subscribed, please do so, and hope to see you in our next video.